It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
This.
What are you doing? Just don't say weird shit when my shit's going.
Wednesday, Firearms in Film and Entertainment. Every Wednesday, we take a look into the future and back again at movies, books, magazines, games, and even podcasts, videos, and memes. There's a tactical quiz, and we'll take a look at Instagram posts that feature the hashtag Daily Gun Show.
What is that noise? Oh, it's windy, I think. Are we live now? All right, so now I need to share the screen over here. Thanks, everybody, for your patience with this afternoon and evening. Somehow, if you click private chat, it doesn't make your screen share. I'm all over the place tonight. It turns out that if you, I guess, use words to get people to ask for the link, then no one reads the words, and then everybody at the last second looks for links. We still got Baron has a link on Patreon. And then we've got, what happened to the one we missing? What happened to barbecue? And then we got to wait for barbecue, I guess. So we got barbecue and Baron coming to join us still, and then we'll be starting. So welcome everybody to our Wednesday edition of the Daily Gun Show. We're going to be live every weeknight, and we talk about guns and what the Second Amendment protects. And on Wednesdays, we do a tactical quiz. So this is May the 4th of 2022, and that is May the 4th is Star Wars Day. What happened to barbecue now?
Wait, we got 4?
What? We got 4, but we were missing barbecue. He was in here.
Oh, barbecue. Let me check the text chat.
Anyway, so we got 4 players. We've got the tactical. What's going on? Is this thing sharing the whole screen or what? Oh, it's not even sharing the screen. What is it sharing? I must have put up a screenshot and not paid attention. Share screen. Now we're sharing a screen. Okay. Got the right sharing up here this time. So we're sharing the screen here. We've got a couple of quizzes happening. We've got the comments to this chat. We've got the tactical quiz over here, which I have to go get the password for. No one has been able to play it yet because there's no passwords out there, unlike other variations of the show or this game where we've put the passwords out during the day, right? So y'all had a chance to play it, 3 times if you wanted. Let's see, I got to open it up and then go to there, and this in the private chat will be the, can everybody get to the private chat? Barbecue, what happened to barbecue? We're kind of hanging on barbecue.
No,
there it is. Now it's in the private chat, and you can get the thing, but don't take the test yet. I'm going to try to do it this time where we all take it at the same time. And I think we're still waiting for barbecue, who had a link and was in here. And I don't know if he's having technical issues. His computer might have shut down or something happened to him. And then we've got, do I need this open? I think I can probably put that there. And then we've got the polls going over on the main YouTube channel. And we've got, oh, we don't have a poll going over here. We could probably put a poll over here too. So best Star Wars. What should we do for the poll on YouTube for the viewers that are watching this situation live? We've got quite a few bests of over here that we'll be addressing here in a bit.
I have a suggestion. How about best lightsaber color? because primarily we're looking at blue and red, and then Luke's second gen was green. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
That
And
is
after
something
that,
that I have no clue about. Lightsabers. Anybody know about those?
Barbecue's not going to make it back.
Oh, what happened?
it would be rare for me to know anything past the first or second of the original films. Any of the stuff that comes in the last 3 or 4, however many it's been, I know almost nothing. So I think Bob's going to kick ass.
Blue,
maybe Baron might sweep tonight.
Blue, red,
green,
purple. What
red,
other colors?
purple.
Green. Do they mean anything?
Yeah.
Not in the movies.
In canon, they kind of do, though. Each color can enhance whatever your force power is. So, it used to be where, depending on what you did, like there is consular blue. So the consulars would have blue ones because it enhances whatever their powers were to help them consult. But yeah, and now there's like any color you can think of they use.
I figured at first it was probably just make them different colors so you could tell when they're fighting each other.
Yeah.
But then they didn't say like all the good guys are blue and all the bad guys are red or something. They should have done. All right, so we've got that poll going over there. I'm still gonna. I just texted Barbecue, see if he's gonna jump in or not. But then we'll get to the tactical quiz for all the marbles, I guess. So then we've got posted a bunch of polls over on the YouTube, and some of them are getting a lot of hits. This one's got 73 votes already. So has anybody got an opinion on the best movie? I've got only 5 slots in YouTube, so I chose Rogue One, Star Wars, Empire, Jedi, and then Revenge of the Sith, the one right before Empire.
I voted Star Wars.
Old 77 version?
Yep.
Is that because of the movie or because of the life? Like, I count Star Wars most of the time, mainly because it was one of the first movies I remember going to and liking, and
mainly just because it was groundbreaking when it came out.
And it was like a whole thing, like a whole cultural thing, like our toys and our whole lives. We've had that theme or something to refer to, right? It's like
and even in the movie industry, the technologies they used to film, like the motion for the camera when they go through the trenches on the Death Star, that was all new technology, and they got Oscars for developing all that stuff.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I didn't even think about it as far as being a revolutionary step in the technology of film. And then to some extent, because I'm a big fan of Red Dawn, I've paid attention to the people, was it Spielberg and Lucas who made that one? And they went to school with Milius, and so I knew about some of the Star Wars stuff just from learning about Milius, which there's a lot of stuff that happened in Star Wars that's like behind the scenes that let those group of people get rich and famous to the extent that they could do whatever they wanted. And then those group of people changed Hollywood to a lot of ways, right? Like everything was like sort of there.
Yeah. And,
wow.
Even like the way the credits are done he changed the way that was done. And,
using big music, or was he just one that brought it back?
Well, he took the credits and put them on the end because the credits used to be at the beginning.
Oh, I knew that was a thing. I didn't know that Star Wars was the one that said this is a lame. Let's push it till the end. That's cool.
Yeah. He actually quit. I can't remember if it was SAG over it. Because they were upset over it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. From what I understand, like the group of these people that made a bunch of movies at the time were all friends, and it's like Spielberg and Lucas and a bunch of other people that made all these movies. And when they got to where people would listen to them instead of them having to adapt to the status quo or the traditions. That's a thing, right? Like I'm not saying the movies, they changed. They're not the same as that because of that. Or wait, they're not the same as they were when they changed it. It's changed since. But that started or at least it paved the way. I don't know if it started it, but it paved the way for artists to have say instead of production companies. Is that the way to say it?
Something like that.
So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on with Star Wars. So the other side of it is that it's such a big cultural thing. I know there's people that hate it just because they hate it. Like I hate all kinds of things, like Game of Thrones. I only watched like half of one show of that, and I was like, oh no, this is Dungeons and Dragons. I ain't watching this. And everybody else watched it, or a whole bunch of other people watched every second of it. So I understand not liking something just because it's too annoying. But I just was part of Star Wars, so it's not annoying to me. I understand it. Plus, they keep giving us awesome new chunks to it. And everybody, I guess, thinks that everything has to be 100% perfect before they like it. Because there's pieces of stuff that people don't like. But I think consistently over time, Star Wars has been one of the, what do you want to say? Like, they consistently give you good stuff and on a fairly regular basis. I know that some of the movies aren't as good as others, but they're still giant movies that are all in the same storyline or whatever. All right, well, I guess we're going to keep going because barbecue ain't replying to me either. And I'll sit here all night. So, we also have a time frame. I forgot about that. So we're going to get going. So I guess we'll use these things later. We'll just dig into the quiz. Does everybody got the password in there? Does everybody have it up on their screen to play?
I'm ready.
Ready for question number 1.
Okay. So now I have to put the password in here, and on the screen, I'm zooming it in. We do have text chat over here taking up a portion of the screen. If anybody wants to play along, feel free. I'm going to do what I normally do and not offer the answers here. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. So I was going to try this, and I don't know if this will work or not. So the Jawa Ion Blaster, I figured out the name of it since I posted this thing, but is based on what firearm? Does anybody know this one, or is anybody guessing on this one?
I'm guessing.
Oh, let's go. Baron, you know this one or guessing?
I know it.
So, DJ?
This I'm going to guess on the profile, but I'm concerned about that mag.
What do you mean you're concerned about that mag?
Well, because I think I know which one it is, but it's the magazine that's throwing me off.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The magazine only indicates caliber on this gun, by the way. So, Baron knows what it is. What is it?
It's a Lee Enfield.
So the Mauser looks different. The Springfield definitely doesn't have that magazine, and then the Gaunt looks totally different. Looks way more crude. Thing is, I think this would work. Like if you put blanks in here and like a tennis ball, this would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a grenade launcher.
Well, somebody said that this was a fuel filter or something in the movie, but yeah, you just make that out of metal or whatever so that it can hold it. And then I would think with a blank, you could shoot tennis balls with this little thing. I don't think grenades would work because it's too much energy you got to put a full grenade launching blank in there and that'd probably blow the thing up. But tennis ball or something, or one of those can launchers, especially because this thing's a 303 or something. I think if you can get, I'm assuming you can get 303 blanks. I don't know. I don't know if can you do that? Can you chop a rifle? You can make a rifle into a pistol, right? Or was it the other way around? You can make a pistol into a rifle. Yeah, you can't make a rifle.
Yeah.
Damn. So you could make that, but it'd be a pain in the butt. It'd be an AOW, or I guess it'd be a short barrel rifle. All right. So the next one is the A295 and A280 blaster rifles, which are the blaster rifles. I'm not going to say. We're both based off of the ST-44, which makes no sense to me because these are super expensive rifles to make movie props off of, but whatever. They were used by the space guns were used by who? Does anybody know this one off the top of their head? Or were you guessing?
Tossing out the best. Yeah, tossing out
99% sure.
I'm going to start asking everybody because when y'all just yell, it doesn't work. So, DJ?
I'm inputting my answer now, and I'm kind of confident from a potential clue that was provided in the question itself. That's it.
Really? So something about the question gave you an answer? All right.
I was hoping it influenced it, certainly. Yeah.
Foss?
I'm guessing.
And then Baron.
Rebel troopers.
So what do you mean? Because it says them instead of him or something?
You name the rifle. The A295 and the A280. It's hard to read.
Oh, you mean you just knew from Star Wars that that's what rebels carry around?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess Rebels just because that looks like what they were carrying, but I didn't.
Yeah, I was just
It
going to
was a
say
guess.
bounty hunters, they don't all carry consistent
Man.
ones. Smugglers don't carry nothing consistent. Stormtroopers, though, and it doesn't look like a Stormtrooper gun, right? But I don't
I
think it
thought
looks
it did.
anything like the Rebel gun. Nah, this doesn't look anything like any of the Stormtrooper guns, FYI. At least none of the ones I'm familiar with. Did I just go to? No, okay. So next one is the DL-19 Heavy Blaster, is used by Imperial Heavy Stormtroopers, based on a German MG-34 that is chambered in what caliber? So it's Star Wars, but it's also a gun quiz. So MG-34 chambered in. Is anybody confident on that one? Let me put it that way.
Yep.
Oh, really? DJ, what do you think it is?
792. Oh, sorry.
Because you just know that? You got that one down, or you just elimination?
Because that Mauser round is one that my buddy Ryan was into, and when he had a 42, yeah.
Oh, an MG-42 is the same caliber?
No, he had an MG 42, and so as part of like learning about that and being able to fire it, which was an absolute blast.
Gotcha.
There was an example.
I just thought about this. When this thing is, because I'm looking, it says 7 people watching. If I go over here, it says 3 people watching. Is that because there's 2 channels, and this thing on StreamYard is going to tell me both channels that I got to stream into?
Probably.
I never thought about that because it doesn't give you 2 numbers. All right, so next is this Bergman number 1. I guess it's technically a prototype, but I didn't feel like looking all over for a picture. Is the basis for the sidearm for what character? This one's, I think, stretching it a little bit. Did anybody know this one confidently?
I just guessed right there. I thought when I saw that
Baron?
outline, I had it locked, but nope. Not
Baron?
even
Oh, he's muted.
Oh, sorry. You want me to say?
But did you know it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, here's Clover trying to chime in without actually joining the thing. What was it? What did you say?
Mandalorian.
Yeah, so it's kind of stretching. I mean, it's still Star Wars, I guess. And that's not the right picture, but like I said, I didn't fart around looking for the exact same picture. Princess Leia's blaster in Star Wars was an almost unaltered Vostok Margolin 22 long rifle target pistol invented by which of these describes the inventor? I should have put it that way. Anybody know this one off the top of their head? Confident about it?
not at all.
No idea.
Oh, man. Really? Nobody?
Had to
Baron?
guess.
Oh, snap. Well, here's the deal. Patriot told me about this one for the deck of cards, the firearms inventors cards. Does that clue to anybody?
Probably blind.
Yeah. So
That's what I just went with.
good. Then I've got actually a good question there. So yeah, they basically took this guy's pistol unaltered. That's just what it looks like. It's sort of Olympic grade, I guess you could say. It's like a fancy competition 22. But they didn't do anything to it. They just gave it to her. According to the internet, it's supposed to be a target pistol in the Star Wars and carried by fancy elites because it has 100 rounds and it's like lightweight or something. But it's literally a target blaster. Okay, so Han Solo first shot in the cantina on what planet? So that's all over the place. Now you got to know Star Wars, and there's just a gun here to confuse you. What planet did Han Solo shoot first in? On, I guess. What planet? Anybody know this one off the top of their head?
Yes.
Easy?
Absolutely assured.
Yes.
Oh, everybody? What was it then?
Tatooine.
Tatooine.
See, I figured some people that don't know Star Wars that good are going to get stuck by that one. All right, so the Webley and Scott #1 Mark I flare gun is the base for whose sidearm? Anyone know this one off the top of their head? Immediately?
I
I went-
believe so.
I went
I did.
instinct on that one. Just pushed it.
Baron?
Boba Fett.
Is that what y'all thought?
Yeah.
No, I thought Jawa.
Oh, snap, dude. Come on. The first question was the Jawas. Come on.
It's when he carries. You see him when he's. I think he's holding it when Darth Vader first talks to him on the Star Destroyer.
Well, then the thing is, they barely think with it. They put like a tube on it. Like they didn't do anything to it. It's one of those, it's like the Princess Leia one. Like they were not really trying real hard at some point. Same thing with these. They just painted them black. Lewis light machine gun was the basis for the Blastech T-21 light repeating blaster used by the stormtroopers across the galaxy. What caliber was the Lewis light machine gun chambered in? Back to having to know guns again. So this is to keep the Star Wars nerds from thinking they're so good. Anybody know this one off the top of their head?
Nope.
I did.
Confident?
I'm guessing.
Baron?
303 British.
I honestly don't remember. I think it is, but I don't
That's
remember.
where I went.
That's what I guess.
Now we get the S5 heavy blaster based on the Walther LPM-1 air gun. There's Clover, air guns. Even more fuddish than 22s. Was used by the Naboo security forces in which movie? Phantom Menace, New Hope, Empire, Rise of Skywalker. That's kind of simple.
Yeah.
Everybody knew this one?
I hope so. Do we Naboo it? I don't know.
Which one is it then? It is one?
Episode
That
one.
one.
So, I make these questions up myself. It's not like I'm going to some other thing and just copying and pasting. So I try to make them difficult, but I'm also trying to figure out, like, if I make them too difficult, then nobody wants to. Well, look, nobody shows up because these tests are too hard usually. So then this last one, Blastech E11 was based on what firearm? So basically, what firearm is that? Anybody not know it?
I
may not have.
I know it's one of two of them, but I'm not sure which one.
Baron?
Yeah, I thought it was the Sten gun.
Oh, really?
And I went, yeah, I'm Sterling on that one.
I went
Yeah.
Sterling, but I
The
wasn't sure if it
difference
was.
is a Sten has the stock and stuff, and it's way more crude. Like this kind of looks cool. It's a Sterling. If it looks like then it's a Sten. So, and the Sten stock looks totally different. But otherwise, there's another difference that the grip is a little bit further back on a Sten, but it's a Sterling. All right, so let's see how we did. And anybody can go take this. We'll kill the password on it after. And this is what it looks like when you pass. Normally, if there's something that was questionable or you didn't know, I would have like an answer explainer in here too, but there was nothing in here. At least I didn't have time to put anything. I didn't find anything in here that was crazy or debatable or anything. But that's the goal, is to have some fun and to, in this case, talk about guns that are focused on, that Star Wars place.
Says the average score is 10%.
That's only because I ran it once and then twice. Because or no, you guys each took it. Well, if you took it yourselves, then that may have, but I would have also you would have had to click enter before I clicked enter. So more than likely that result was, I don't want to say, skewed or whatever. Okay, so we have a poll going over on the live chat right now about what color lightsaber is the best, and for some reason we got red winning. It's a dumb color, so that should have been. Who had a red lightsaber? Darth Vader, probably.
Yeah, I put blue because that's what color my lightsaber is. Although I can change out the color to whatever I want it.
By light, like you put a different light bulb in it.
Yeah, mine runs 3-watt LED. And then I put in quick disconnect so I could change the color if I wanted to.
Homeboy has a lightsaber. Right on, Foss.
Well,
I got a 90 on that.
Ooh,
I got an 80.
You missed the Sten one because you're right. You got
That's
Sten,
what I missed.
And I got a 70. So congratulations, Vision. Aaron?
What did Foss get? I guess since we're asking.
I got 80. I missed the. I didn't know the Mandalorian gun because I haven't watched Mandalorian, and then the blind inventor. I guess German because it kind of looks like a German gun.
And its name doesn't really sound Russian, right? Like I think that one worked because of that. You know, if his name was like Kalashnikov or something like, then you know it's that. But you said 80,
Yeah.
and then DJ got 70.
Yeah, and so there was the ones that I flubbed on there was I didn't think Rebel Troopers. I went with that Stormtroopers response. That was wrong, and then I fell for the Han Solo trick, you know. And then I was just like, no, that's a Boba Fett thing instead of the Mandalorian, which I also have not seen. And what was the last one I missed? Oh, the damn Jawas thing. So,
The first
that's
one
fun.
was the Jawas thing. Like whatever that first gun, that crazy sawed-off Enfield, that's what the Jawas shot R2-D2 with. I didn't know it until I was looking at it for this quiz. It was pretty neat. So now we've got the Who Wins This Wars over here. We only got 6 people playing them. We didn't really need to do a tie break off or nothing. But if anybody has opinion on Princess Leia versus Jen Erso.
Leia.
I went Urso.
Does it?
Well, they in the movies they gave her bullshit powers where she can fly when she's dead. But
You mean Princess Leia?
yeah, you know she has Jedi powers, but she doesn't really use them. And Urso is she's a
Regular.
yeah.
I think one of the things too is when you think who wins this war, it can be which more popular, which do you like better. But some people will take it as if they're fighting to the death, right? Who's going to win?
I consider both of those things in some of them. There's one upcoming where I had to go against where my heart and my head were telling me to go. So,
Baron, what do you got skin in this game?
I pick Leia, and I just ignore the new movies.
nice touch.
Whatever one she's in, is that the first? No, she's in Rogue. She's in
in Rogue.
One. That's the best Star Wars. Like I'll give it to the Rogue One. I'll give that over the main Star Wars. Like I would pick. That's why I put them in that order on my quiz thing. I really like Rogue One, mainly because
The Who Wins This War? It's a dead tie.
Yeah, it is. But these things don't. You know, I'm clicking it, so that's voting. You can't look at. I guess I could just click result. What am I doing? I'll start clicking result. So Tauntaun versus that Blurg thing. This Blurg thing is the Tauntaun in the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian drives around on the back of this weird looking thing, but they're cool. They got a giant mouth. And then Tauntaun. So which are you driving around on? DJ.
Tauntaun.
Foss.
I went Blurg just because it looks like it has more mass.
And then Baron.
Tauntaun. You can always cut it open and crawl inside if you need.
Plus, this Blurg is fake. There's no way anything could have a mouth that big. Like, there's no way. So, Tauntaun's winning. So, I don't know how that works. It's just old people, I guess. I guess they're both about the same height. I was going to say in real life, I think they're about, even though they're different sized critters, I think you sit about the same height. Because I was going to say that Tauntaun's kind of cool because you're like riding a kangaroo, basically. You're way up in the air.
Yeah, Voss went with mass, and I went with mobility. That whatever blargy thing didn't look like it was going to be nearly as fast or nimble, regardless of the surface. So that's why I went there.
Can't you take your seat off of this thing, and then it can run around biting things? Where Tauntauns, I think they're useless if you take your saddle off. They're just critters.
Never thought of that as a kangaroo. Never once until now. Destroyed.
He's basically a kangaroo, isn't he?
Yeah, I'd never seen that or thought it before, man. Yeah, the Tauntauns are ruined for me now. I go with the Blarg next time.
So next we got, this one was controversial in my opinion, because I didn't think I'd get this much. I kind of figured this one, well, I guess I was wrong. So R2-D2 versus the little basketball one. Go the other way. Baron?
R2-D2.
Foss?
I want R2-D2. I think he has more tools.
And then DJ?
I went with the basketball guy.
Crazy. Why?
Because I did see that one, and he did, and he's just like flying all over the place. R2's like a tripod on casters. That guy was wicked fast. I don't know what his armament was. I don't recall, but yeah, I was going with that too.
Does he ever zap anything? I don't know. I don't like this one because it's fake for one, can't work, and it's just going to make everything a mess. Like R2D2.
They do work. It was a practical robot.
No, I know. I mean, it can actually motivate, but now you try to run that practical robot through sand and muck and garbage, and it's going to get all kinds of sand and muck and garbage on
But
it.
yeah,
and
and
all over the carpet.
the head unit, if it gets too far off center, it falls off.
Right, but I guess in the future you got magnetism and space gyros or whatever. It probably wouldn't. I mean, I could see it being a reality in the future. I just think it's a messy robot, and it just seems dumb. Like, why would you want your whole robot to not have cool doors and arms and stuff, or a robot or R2D2? Anyway, so and I think they do the same purpose, right? You stick these basketballs into the back of your fighter jet, whatever, to help navigate.
I don't even remember.
I think so, because in that one movie where they're worried about his jacket, he's sitting in the back like that. So I think they're the same robot. It's just the future. I guess it's the future. Anyway, everybody's picking R2D2 on the YouTube. I think it's the other way around. Or no, it's this way. It's this way. We'll go verify these on YouTube. And then is this the last one? No, I guess this is basically the last of the new ones. This is basically this one is from a movie. This is from Han Solo movie, and this one is from Mandalorian, and are basically dudes that help out and then get killed. So, dude from Mandalorian or dude from Han Solo? Baron.
The lizard cat.
I go with Quill.
Sorry.
Wait, Baron, what?
Quill? Is that how you say it?
This guy. Yeah, I didn't even think of the guy's name. And then Foss?
Yeah, I went the same.
Oh, really? And then DJ?
Duran.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Okay. So why are y'all picking Quill? Because he's better, or you don't like this guy?
I liked Nick
different.
Nolte doing the voice.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. It is Nick Nolte, isn't it?
Yep.
This
I
is
didn't
that
know.
one guy who I don't really like. So I didn't even think of the voices. But I definitely like this guy's human behind it better than this guy's human behind it.
I don't know who it was. I just picked him because it was the first one.
Oh, okay. So you're not familiar with either of these characters then?
Well, yeah, the Durant, because I saw the Suckfest that's Solo. I mean, he was an okay character.
You didn't like Solo?
No, the only good character in Solo was Woody Harrelson.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't like Solo that much, but then I also like Solo a lot. So I can't help it. I like the exploration of the universes and stuff. But yeah, I hate the movie itself. Like the story and all that is stupid, and they ruined Han Solo, and it's dumb. And I don't really like Chewbacca and the way they brought Chewbacca in. It's lame. I think they. But anyway, the special effects and stuff, I can't stop watching them. The robots are way better, and the critters are way better, or the aliens or whatever. Like they make good movies. But yeah, I hear you. And this guy isn't even in it, and he's one of the cooler things in the movie, I thought. At least the concept, right? Just because he's a pilot and he's got all these arms, so he can pilot better, right? He can hold the different levers and knobs at the same time. I just thought that was interesting. Sort of like the guy with all the feet, right? In the first one, where he's piloting the go-karts or whatever. Anyway, we'll put result. This one's probably not all that of a controversial one, I guess. And then these are from before. We've done these before, but unless anybody wants to chime in, I just put them in there to have them in there. We'll go over and look at the YouTube ones. What are we doing with time? Yeah, we're going to be all right with time. You starting at the top of the hour or a little bit after with the...
half past.
Okay. And is it a Star Wars themed house party tonight?
Yeah, we'll probably do a little bit.
I can't play nothing because I don't want to get copyrighted or whatever. All right, so we started out with the movie. Did I already ask you all which movie you like the best? Oh, I think I did. We started it out with that. So Star Wars is winning, which is weird to me, but I guess it makes sense. But I really like Rogue One better at this point.
I did too. Out of all the ones after the original trilogy, out of all those movies, Rogue One is my favorite.
Oh, Pink is saying BB had like 20 arms pop out in one scene. Yeah, I remember he gets shocked or he does something and all his arms come out. So I hear you, but that's just, I'm still not digging his basketball body.
R2D2 going down.
Anybody else have any opinions on the movie side of it? Here's the thing: if I watch them today, I don't watch Star Wars ever. I watch Rogue One. Like, I might watch Rogue One once a month. Like, if I'm sitting here with no interest in watching anything, or if I'm just looking for something to make noise while I'm outside and walking in and out or something, I'll leave the thing playing. It'll be Rogue One, because anytime you walk in, there's some kind of cool fight. And there's almost always robots and space wars. It's like nothing but action. Compared to all the other ones, there's a lot more story. Then we get to the best blaster. So similar to what we just talked about over there. Has anybody got an opinion on this one? Chewbacca's, the big giant stormtrooper one, Princess Leia's, Han Solo's, or Jawa's?
Han
Bowcaster.
Solo for me.
I voted Han Solo, but I don't. It's probably, I wouldn't say it was my favorite in all the movies. I don't know if I have a favorite. Yeah.
Would you say, Baron, on this one?
Han Solo.
Oh, really? And then, again, is it because it's your favorite or just your favorite out of these?
I just like the look. If you had Luke's blaster, I would have picked that from Empire. That was pretty sweet.
What was that one? That would have been some other German gun, probably, right? Big
It
magazine.
was also a Mauser.
Okay. But they just made it up different.
Yep.
And then DJ, what are you picking on this one?
Bowcaster. What a Wookiee.
Yeah, I never really paid attention to it until I did the quiz. But the problem is the crossbow that they made it off of it, then nobody ever knows what it is. I think it's just, a generic crossbow. But the concept is that the Bowcaster is the name of that crossbow that Chewbacca carries around, that it throws such a high energy, chunk or whatever, like blast of energy.
Bolt.
That you gotta be, that makes sense. Bolt, huh? That you gotta be 6 foot tall Wookiee to be able to hold the gun. Like, it's so stormtroopers can't even hold it or something. Like, it's kind of a Wookiee gun because they're the only ones that can carry the thing around and handle the recoil. And I guess they kind of allude to that, but they never said it, so I never thought about it.
Did you see the Star Wars Rebels cartoon?
I know I've seen, there's let's say there's 4 cartoons. I've seen 3 of them completely, and the 4th one, not that much. I just can't remember the names of them. So one of them, I didn't like the drawing, and it was just boring, and I quit watching it. The other ones, I couldn't get enough. I've watched the other cartoon series twice each, so I can't remember the names of them though. I think one of them was Clone Wars. Which one were you asking about? How do you describe the one you're?
Clone Wars was kind of a really goofy way it was drawn, so I never watched it. But Rebels had Ezra Bridger. It's where you first see Admiral Thrawn, the blue guy.
Oh, okay. I think I have, but that I don't retain a lot from it. But is that got a better blaster in it?
Well, I liked Ezra's. It was actually his lightsaber that Kanan made for him. But it's a blaster and a lightsaber in one.
Oh, you know what? I seen that when I was putting the quiz together, and I had no idea what it was. So I have seen that cartoon, but I don't remember. Did he carry that around a lot, or was it just
that was
one scene?
That he once it was made for him, once he started training, that's what he carried with him.
Dustin's checking out. Thanks for showing up, though. Have a good night. All right. So Han Solo's is winning. I don't like that gun that much. I don't like any guns made off of Nazi guns personally. In the movies, it's why? They can make them out of a million other guns. So I would say on this list that Jawa thing is driving me nuts. I kind of want one of them things now, just to shoot tennis balls out of. But Princess Leia's blaster has always been. I've always been a fan of that thing. For some reason, I just thought it was neat that she had a gun in her Star Wars figure, didn't she?
I don't know.
Something about
I didn't have one.
Yeah, no, not a lot of people had one, and I was like, I'll get it because she's got a gun. And then you had a gun that nobody else had. I think that's how it went. It was a long time ago. Clover says he voted Bowcaster. Obviously loved the Mandalorians, but I didn't put it in the list either. I don't know what it's called. Going off the original, the EE3 carbine that Boba Fett had was pretty epic. He wants to build one of those. It's built off of a flare rifle or flare launcher, but the problem is I'll bet you those things are impossible to find now because everybody wants to make Star Wars replicas out of them. And then Brownie said the DC-15, which I guess I didn't have in this list either. Baron, do you know what that one is? DC-15A?
No idea.
Okay. So that was the blaster one. Then I had a bunch of them. I had like one fire off every hour just to see if people were going to have, be interested. There wasn't that much Star Wars stuff today. So let me ask this question to everybody. Was there enough Star Wars stuff today? Not enough or too much? DJ.
Just right.
Foss?
I thought it was good. Maybe could have used just a little more. But...
And then Baron?
I was happy. I saw the Obi-Wan TV show trailer today. Looks pretty good.
Oh, wait, what is this all about?
The Obi-Wan TV show?
Or, I mean, is it live action or cartoon?
Live action with Ewan McGregor playing the role.
Is this a
6
movie or a
episodes.
TV show?
TV show. Comes out later this month.
So this is going to have to be, or I guess it doesn't have to be, but is this going to be after they drop everybody off on the desert planet and before Star Wars?
Yep. I think it's like
I'm okay with
12
that.
years after Revenge of the Sith.
Now, if it turns into like Smallville with like a teenage Luke Skywalker dating, I'm not interested in that. If it is like some kind of adventures and every once in a while they allude to Skywalker being on the same planet, then I'm okay. But if he's like, oh, I'm going to ditch off and fight a battle and then come back and keep track of that kid, then I'd be okay with this. But
that's what it looks like.
Okay, cool. Is there going to,
like,
who's the baby character in this movie that we're going to buy toys about? Is it like a baby Sand People? Because it can't be a baby Jawa.
No idea. But it looks like they're hunting for Obi-Wan in the show.
I don't know any of the story. I know people that do. That's where that blue guy comes in the blue guy comes in after Empire. So is that a thing? Like they knew that some Jedis were hiding out and they were looking for him, or they were just like, in case there's any Jedis hanging out, they were looking for him. Does anybody know? How did it go? Yeah,
they were hunting for the ones that they knew they didn't kill.
Okay, so it's sort of like I guess this would have been the Empire after the whatever. It would have been the Empire saying like, okay, we knew there was 100 Jedis and we've only got 17 dead ones, so we're just going to consider the other ones still out there until we see their dead bodies.
Yeah, because Anakin knew that Obi-Wan got away after he cut all of his limbs off. So he knows that he could be alive.
Right? Because he left him laying there, but he ain't dead. Well, he turned into Darth Vader, so yeah, he was alive after that. And then, he's going to definitely be looking for him. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And you got not just somebody looking for you, you got Darth Vader looking for you. Yep. At least it's a young Darth Vader who doesn't know nothing yet. And if it's about Darth Vader dating, a young Darth Vader dating, I'm not going to be interested in that either.
And Darth Vader is in the TV show.
Well, that'll be pretty good, especially if they're just sort of, well, I don't know. I guess we'll quit debate now. So then the next one is vehicle. And I know this is a spectrum of vehicles here. So it goes from speeder bike, land speeder, Luke Skywalker's land speeder on the desert planet, the X-Wing, TIE fighter, and the AT-AT. And some people call that an AT-AT. So anybody got a preference? I don't know if I can keep going left, right, or whatever.
I voted X-Wing.
Seems like 52% are voting X-Wing. I had no idea when that one went down. I kind of figured speeder bike might win because that's like I could literally have a speeder bike.
If you would have put Millennium Falcon, that would have won.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put it in here. That's why I didn't put it in here because that would have been the giveaway.
But I would pick the X-Wing over the Millennium Falcon.
I would definitely take the X-Wing over a Millennium Falcon. The only thing the X-Wing doesn't have going for it is like you can only sit in it. Like I know in the toy there's like a trunk, but in real life I've never seen them open up a giant trunk on it. And
Well,
then
it's
I
because
didn't.
it's the fighter, and the Millennium Falcon's a freighter.
Freighter.
I thought the Millennium Falcon was a tugboat.
No, it's a Carillion freighter. It's one of the most popular freighters that were available.
Oh, so that part where
Star
what's his
Wars.
face put his like bedroom, that thing that was in that gap or whatever. I thought that they were tugboats, and that gap was to go around interconnecting. So that's just their on off, like that's just their offload. Or what am I trying to say? Is that just a like
Well,
the back of the truck? Yeah, that's just a connect to their
the gap in the front.
Yeah, like where what's his name had his
in Solo, they put there's a capsule that goes in there, but I had never seen anything saying that was actually a thing before the movie Solo.
No. Even in the movie, he says he just put that in there. It wasn't like a part of the ship. He just added that. But I thought that he said I added that where it was a tugboat, is what I assumed. I thought that the front of the Millennium Falcon like that was because it pushed other bigger boats around or bigger spaceships around with it.
Oh no,
that's what I thought. So I guess it's more like where it just docks with a space station, I guess is what I'm saying.
Something like that.
Okay, that would make more sense because anyway. And then the other thing is like maintaining it. You'd have to have a dock and all kinds of money to keep track of the Millennium Falcon. That's like having a semi truck, where an X-wing is like having a cop car. But what about a TIE fighter? Because a TIE fighter seem like, I don't know, they seem pretty cool. But
I don't know, they're kind of like Zeros, where they're fast and maneuverable, but they're not very durable.
Now, what is the variation on the TIE that Vader had with because he had a crew of 2?
There's a ton
and
of them.
Badass black. Okay,
well,
but like, what were those called? Because that was the first appearance of it, right?
Oh, I don't even know, dude. Like, it seems like every movie they fiddled with the TIE fighters. There's no TIE fighters the same. And then if you look at the cartoons and other stuff, like they just had their way with TIE fighters every time. Every incarnation of Star Wars made their own TIE fighters. It seems like. Or at least added a new one to the mix. What does it say on the Y-wing is the coolest?
Yeah, they're bombers.
The bomber.
Yeah.
What's all this about?
They
I wish
look
they made
cool.
Star Wars about somewhere else in the galaxy. Come on, man. Then that's Star Trek. Let's see. So then I put this one up on over here just to try to get YouTube people over here. And we got 6 of them over here, potentially. Or not actually, because it was probably Patreon. Let's see. Then was the next one Robot? Yeah, so the next one is Robot. R2D2, C3PO, IG88. Is it 88 or 8888? And then K2SO and BB8, that little basketball one. R2D2 just dominated with 70%. Does anybody have an opinion on this one?
I voted R2D2.
Same.
As did I.
Really? So, man, IG8088 is freaking amazing. Like, who wouldn't want a death freaking, well, I guess it's a bounty hunter robot, but that's the coolest thing. And K2SO is the black one from, is that Rogue One? No.
The annoying one?
Yeah, it's
from
super
Solo?
annoying. It's stupid. No. The girl from Solo? No. This is the black one who's a guard he's like a robot stormtrooper.
Oh, yeah.
Black robot stormtroopers from
Rogue One.
I don't know which one it is. It's from. Is it from Rogue One? No, it's not from Rogue One.
Does he die?
Yeah, he dies. He's basically the Jar Jar of robots, but he is cool. Like if he shut up,
he was cool.
But
he wasn't as bad as the one from Solo.
No, yeah, you're right. But she is a unique robot, where he is just a reprogrammed, whatever those are called, stormtrooper-looking robots. And then I didn't put in. I really like the ones from that first movie everybody hates, or whatever the movie is, probably the clone movie. The ones that look weird, that look all skinny and they fold up. They come out of the
droidicus.
Yeah, there's a giant army of drones. Those things are awesome.
The skinny ones are the ones that roll up in a ball.
Well, both of them, but the skinny ones. If I had to just have a robot hanging out with me, it would be IG-8088. But if I had to pick another one, it would be one of those little ones. Or also those ones that are just a pie pan with an eyeball that you poke them in the eyeball and they come to life. I'd have like 16 of those running around doing all my business for me. That'd be pretty cool. But everybody likes R2-D2. I'm okay with R2-D2, but also R2-D2 is an asshole. Keep in mind, he's going to do whatever he feels like. Let's see. R2-D2 is the only reason the rebels live. He's the bravest little thing. Hacks in a Death Star, escapes Vader. No R2-D2, rebels lose. I hear you. He definitely did some stuff, but he's also unique. And he's in dick. And he's asleep for like 90% of some of the movies.
Actually, R2-D2 is the reason that we have Darth Vader. Because he saved the ship in episode 1. Could have let it get blown up. Problem ended.
But wait, what's the deal? Did Anakin make R2-D2?
No.
He made C-3PO.
Yes. When they were escaping Naboo, R2 repaired the fire, whatever it was. If that had blown up, Anakin would have stayed on the planet. Never would have became a Jedi.
Oh, okay. Would R2 have known at the time, or would he have been precognizant or whatever?
No.
Okay.
I still blame him, though.
And then nobody likes that basketball thing, which is okay. But nobody likes C-3PO almost as bad. So what do you think the deal is there? He's just a jerk, or he's just slow and lame? Like nobody would want C-3PO because he's boring.
He always complains.
He ends up being the unfortunate sidekick of the cutest robot of the franchise, basically. I mean, he's like R2-D2. What's that?
I'm just laughing because it is.
I would take a Cylon over all these.
Ooh, nice touch.
Old Cylon, not new Cylon. I will not watch the.
Really? That's
the newer one. I refuse.
Oh. Well, okay. So first off, that's playing with fire, hanging out with Cylons. You don't just reprogram a Cylon and live the life normally or whatever. But whatever, I can understand that they look cool. But as much as I like the first Battlestar Galactica, it takes a while. It's like drinking coffee or learning. I guess people like licorice because they just have to eat a lot of licorice or something. Like once you watch it a couple of bit, then you get it and you're okay with everything being wrong, and then it's really good. I really like the new Battlestar Galactica. But this is Star Wars. So then I wanted to do stuff that was not necessarily the same. So I went with best Star Wars planet. So we got, I don't know how to say these. So you got the one from Rogue One where it's all just islands and oceans. It gets destroyed. So let's assume it doesn't get destroyed. You got Hoth, which I can't remember if it's a moon or not, but it's ice. You got the one from where Darth Vader gets his arms and legs ripped off or whatever, where it's a lava planet. You've got the one where Luke Skywalker goes, where he lives by himself on that giant weird island that's a mountain or something. So it's oceans and islands, I think, the whole planet. And then that planet where I think it's the head of everything, the Capital Republic, where it's just the whole planet. It's basically the Foundation planet. Baron. Hoth, really? Is it a planet or a moon? Does anybody know?
Seems to me it's a planet.
Because I can't remember at the beginning of Empire, they're saying like, "Oh, our drone at the blah blah blah." I can't remember if they said at the moon of something, or if they said like our moon, we're on the other side of the moon from it, or something. I can't remember. Foss?
I went Coruscant. Hoth, was that part of the movie was cool, but there's no Hoth.
No, you broke up. That part of the movie was cool, but what?
Oh, there's nothing there, but there's like two kinds of animals. One will kill you, and one freezes to death on an ice planet, even though it lives on an ice planet.
Oh, I don't think Tauntauns live there. Are you talking about Tauntauns?
Yeah.
I think they brought Tauntauns with them, and that's why they died real fast.
They imported the kangaroos? What kind of a choice was that? Or did they volunteer?
Didn't they die because it was like nighttime and it got way colder?
Yeah, but still.
Well, I guess that's true. I mean, they're not going to find a kangaroo that can live on an ice planet, period, unless And you know what I'm saying? They're not going to drag them around. But I don't know. I got the impression that they were just like everything else. They just brought them with. But you're right. Even if they are native, then it's not like you're going to, I don't know. They never really explained. Does any of the backstory ever explain what's going on? Did you pick Hoth because of some knowledge of like the backstory of the universe or something?
No, I just like that movie, like that part of the movie, like the planet. Plus, I would not want to live in any Star Wars city. They look terrible.
That's scary as hell. I'd visit this city maybe, but yeah, I hear what you're saying.
I'll just build an igloo, live by myself.
So I just took the password off the quiz. Everybody can just take the quiz. I dropped the link in there. And then DJ, which planet you taking?
The one that Luke makes the next appearance after the originals, where he went to like be a hermit or be a Jedi or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it Akchu? Is that really the name of the planet? Akchu? Achu? So they sneeze, and that's the name of the planet. Right on. So then I don't want that lava planet. I'll take the other one then. I'll take the Rogue One that doesn't get blown up, and then we each got our own planet. Suckers. So somebody wants the lava planet, we left that one for you, or we just put a power plant over there and get all our power from there.
I did look it up. They are native to Hoth.
Okay.
And is Hoth a moon or a planet?
It's a planet.
Bing!
Hoth does have moons, though.
The moons of Hoth.
Yeah, you know those stupid porgs that are on that same planet that Luke is on? Old Luke?
Right.
The whole reason those are there is because there's puffins on that island. And so they cover up the puffins.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice tidbit. Like that trivia, boss. Right on.
Wait, what is on the island? You're talking about the houses?
No, birds. They're little puffins, little birds with kind of a short toucan-looking beak.
Oh, no, yeah, I remember. I know puffins are cool-looking birds, but I'm saying, so in other words, they took video of that island. There was a bunch of puffins sitting there. But what are you talking about that they scribbled over them?
The porg, they're like little bird things.
That was one of the worst parts about that movie is when Chewbacca eating that thing? That was horrible. That's the worst prop I've ever seen in a movie, let alone it has no excuse for being in Star Wars.
But that's why those are in the movie.
Okay. So in other words, it was easier to just turn them into them instead of remove them, I guess.
Yeah.
You would think Star Wars would be like, oh, I guess we do know how to Photoshop a bird out of a video.
Surprised they even shot on location for that.
Well, that's whole Star Wars whole thing, isn't it? Isn't that like, or maybe that's their excuse, like, oh, we're going to make another movie. Let's figure out some awesome location to go hang out at and make the movie there.
That'd be my vote. Let's go hang out at some new place that not many people know about. Were you going to go back to the Gobi Desert or whatever? That was no fun the first time.
Oh, I probably should have read some of these comments so we've got Obi-Wan saying Tatooine, and then we got DJ saying Endor. Which one was Endor? That's where the Ewoks were. Why do you want to hang out with Ewoks? They can have the damn planet. It was a big enough galaxy. I ain't got to hang out with Ewoks. And then let's see what people said about the robots. Clover Tack is saying, I really dig R2-D2. Lots of tools. Very handy droid for sure. But had to go with IG-88. Is it 88 or 8888? I'm getting Eric mixed up with it or something. Just the appeal of tough armor as well as a variety of weapons, plus obvious droid capabilities from other models would probably be more useful overall. Gonkbot, I don't know what that one is.
The one that goes, the kind of rectangle, black rectangle that goes gonk, 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 gonk.
From Jawa's built like room or whatever they call that thing. The thing
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know what that thing does, but it is cool. I had one from the droid factory, I think.
So it is
droid factory.
Just IG-88.
Oh, okay. Well, Eric ruined me. Now I call everything 8888. All right. Well, I think that's it. So we did have the poll going over here, and blue and red are tied, which is weird, and purple and green are tied, which is, I guess, normal. Pink is saying, what's he saying? Gracie Parks is the best silent. Oh, we're talking the new Battlestar Galactica. Well, here's the deal. I'm not going to take too much time on the daily gun show about this. However, if you do go to a gun show, you're going to find occasionally, toys and memorabilia and stuff. So it's not like it's unheard of to find some kind of a Star Wars or Battlestar Galactica thing at a gun show. But whenever I can get this show, what's the word, like comfortably in a routine, is that the way I say it? Like once I can get the schedule down and work everything out, then I'm going to start adding a couple of similar projects over on the other side, and we'll definitely be talking sci-fi and robots and whatnot. Get that printer going and attempt some robot prints and things like that. But we'll definitely address this whole Battlestar Galactica thing. I don't know. So Star Wars to me is, like I say, it's from so many of us that went there as little kids and had it our whole lives, and it was everywhere. If we went to school or camp or can imagine sports or scouts or whatever, church stuff, like there was always that theme of Star Wars that you had in common with your peers, people of your age group. And I'm sure it was the same with Long Ranger or some other thing with other generations. So that was our generation thing. So it gets so much more clout, any of them, right, than some of the other things. But Battlestar Galactica, that's tough. That was a TV show, so it was way more accessible, right? And then what they did with the movies after, or whatever you call, like the cable TV shows, I guess, after, was kind of heinous. I mean, they definitely took it and completely redid it. So it's called, like, redid it. And I can definitely see how it lost a bunch of people. But I don't know. Does anybody want to throw thoughts in on Battlestar Galactica? I guess while we're
I loved it.
Turn it off.
I love the ships. The only part of that I didn't like was Adama. I mean, here I am seeing this guy from Bonanza or whatever, and I didn't want to hang with him.
Please mute his mic. Mute his mic right now. Kick him out. He's out.
I don't ban people, but I ban people that don't like. Was this Admiral Adama?
Dirk Bennick.
He was
the only Starbuck.
He was from another show. What show was he on? Because that's my thing. Even back in the old days, in the 70s, I was like, well, this guy, I know this guy. He can't be in the future. Everybody else, I didn't know who they were. But what was his other show that he was on? Or where would I have known him from back then?
Who?
The Adama.
Oh.
Bonanza.
That's right. Yeah, he was on a Western.
So his name is Lauren Green. He was in a bunch of stuff, but yeah, Bonanza was the one that I always thought of, and I just kind of didn't want to hang out with that older.
And I was watching it for Daggett, and that was pretty much, I'm watching it for Daggett. And then the ships, whenever they shoot out of the thing, the lights.
For sure.
The Vipers.
And it was Moffat was the name of the Daggett that the little boy had.
Well, there was other Daggets. I don't count that one, that kid's one. You can
right on.
Wait, are you saying that the thing was called a Moppet, or that the name of that one was called a Moppet?
The name of that one was.
And they were called Daggets?
Daggett was like whatever that creature is.
Yeah, and we almost have them, right? We almost have them. Like literally, somebody decided they could make one of them, I bet. Maggie got 40%. I couldn't get past Starbuck being a girl. That's one of the worst parts about it, and I'll give it to you. Like, I still don't like her that much, and I don't like that aspect of it the most. There's a lot of it I don't like, but I also think, I guess if you think of it as a different thing, but just a similar thing, if they would have called it like Battle Sun Galactica, or something like Battlestar Gattaca or something else, it would have been similar. I hear you. The Starbuck being a girl was a bad part. And then they kept not letting that out ever. But the other parts of it were good. Never.
I don't know. I tried to kind of almost watch it, but, everybody's a Cylon. They're they're shapeshifter. I don't know. They can look like people.
They keep changing the rules. And that part is annoying. And I couldn't have dealt with it if I was watching it episode by episode, but I binge watch all this stuff years after. So for me, seeing it all happen in a couple of hours or whatever is fine. If it would have been happening in real time, I would have quit watching it for sure, because I'm not interested in that kind of TV show where they're changing the rules all the time. Because, I signed up to watch Battlestar Galactica. Oh, wait a minute. What now? Oh, wait, what? Then it's just a game of how much they can change and still call it the same thing. Newer Battlestar is as bad as the new Red Dawn. Well, see, I don't have that much fondness for the old Battlestar. I liked it. But here's the thing. Y'all are, what's that called? The thing where you like your abusers? You all got whatever syndrome because you're not thinking about the 80s Battlestar Galactica.
With Stockholm Syndrome? Okay.
Right? Because everybody's like, oh, I like Battlestar Galactica. It was awesome.
80, I think it's 84.
Yeah, and then they did
that was awful.
Disco one for like a week, and it's like, what the hell? And then
that was also awful.
Right. So, in other words, I'm just saying they already got us used to screwing the Battlestar Galactica. So some of us were like, all right, we understand that you're gonna yank Battlestar Galactica all around. At least this wasn't a disco version.
But no, that was Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers was awesome.
He discoed.
Hi, Buck. He did.
And if that movie was a little bit more popular, we would have those little discs. But nobody knows what I'm talking about, so they don't make those. But we could definitely be making little discs by now. That doctor guy or whatever he was,
Theopolis.
Yeah, we could definitely, because now the people already pay for Hockey Puck, who's basically the same thing without any lights in it. I think we hit everything, and we are definitely going to start rolling over into the Mouse Party. So on Wednesdays, Foss goes live and has a conversation overnight. Well, yeah, I'd say actually overnight, almost overnight. Definitely late night. This is later. Or no, it isn't later than your other show. What's your other show? Starts at 11?
Yeah.
Dang. So I guess this is an even earlier show, but it's after this show. So we'll end this one and encourage people to check out that if you're still awake and doing things at this time of day, I suppose. I'm trying to talk and type at too many things at the same time. So I will let everyone have a moment to plug anything you want to plug, and then we'll start wrapping it up. Baron, thanks for jumping in. You won. I think I need to get with. Now that's Baron's second win. Barbecue's got a win in here. Foss has one win in here, and DJ has 2 wins in here. Since everybody's around, we'll probably do, if it's okay with everybody, we'll do something as a separate show. Maybe next week incorporate something like a prize pick, because I've got that selection of, I don't know what to call them, the crazy colored PVC things that I was going to use, and I just never did come up with a good way to sort them or to divide them up. So since all the winners potentially could get together, we'll do some kind of a pick or some kind of here's a picture, pick the one you want type of thing. But appreciate everybody. Oh, I guess I was saying Baron won, and appreciate everybody jumping in. Baron, you got anything you want to plug or anything you want to get on the way out of here?
Yeah, come join us on Foss's channel. We're going to do the Mouse Party here in, 12 minutes? Should be fun.
Is that close? I'm looking at my countdown, not so much. I guess that doesn't have anything to do with the actual time. Thanks. And then thanks for hosting. Foss?
Check out your websites. Gearwebsites.com for patches, stickers, t-shirts, and other, hopefully I got that right, other two-way related sundries.
Right on. Thanks for that plug. Yep, we do have a store over there. That's how we try to stay in business, and we'll be definitely putting some new stuff up this week. And again, thanks for hosting the Mouse Party here in a couple minutes. DJ?
I'd like to plug the Patch Pack of the Day and ways that you can win that and other fabulous prizes. Pay attention to the scroller, ladies and gentlemen. It tells you what to do. Easter eggs.
Yep. Well, and today is a day that actually more than one person went into it, you and Mark. So what DJ was talking about is the scroll at the bottom of the screen right there. And eventually Mark is going to win that one. So Mark is hashtag, what was it? Hashtag Star Wars or something?
Grievous.
Grievous, yeah. So yeah, some scroll at the bottom there. Offer everybody the opportunity to type in hashtag Grievous, and then we just did that random deal. Thanks, DJ, for mentioning that and rubbing it in that nobody was actually paying attention to the screen. So pay attention. There's people that are out there running stuff at the bottom of their screens, and usually it's commenting on projects that they're working on or people that they support. All right, like I say, I'm just got way too much going on the screen here, and I feel like I'm missing stuff. I don't script these things, so this one was a little bit more complicated than a typical tactical quiz. I'm still trying to figure it out without any rules, so appreciate everybody's patience with the sloppiness of the show, but it's definitely authentic. This poll has no consequence, so it's over. I can jump to here and not on that screen perhaps. How about over here? I'll jump to my subscriptions tab and grab a link for the mouse party, which is right here, and encourage folks to jump over there. You got about 9 minutes, it looks like. And again, we'll say thanks for showing up. Join us every weeknight at midnight Eastern for our daily gun show, every Wednesday for the tactical quizzes. And thanks to our Patreons, the people that make it possible for us to take the time to prepare for these things and to practice presenting them so that eventually, maybe we'll be good or not, but we definitely have some fun and share info and hopefully motivate folks to remember that we're all in this together and lots of work to do. Thanks to Baron. Thanks to Foss, who just jumped out, probably set his thing up. And thanks to DJ for showing up. Thanks to Barbecue. I never got a response. So what happened last time, I hope didn't happen this time. So hopefully everything's okay on that end and just got busy. But if you want to join us for a tactical quiz in the future, watch our Patreon. This is actually just an excuse for us to send stuff out to our Patreons, extra free loot to our Patreons, and do it in a fun way. So consider supporting the projects that you enjoy. We use Patreon and some other services out there to let subscribers help us do what we're doing. And this is it's one of the ways that we say thanks to those folks. So with that, we'll end it.
Wednesday, firearms in film and entertainment. Every Wednesday, we take a look into the future and back again at movies, books, magazines, games, and even podcasts, videos, and memes. There's a tactical quiz, and we'll take a look at Instagram posts that feature the hashtag Daily Gun Show.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
So let us know what you think. We'll be watching the comments wherever you find the video, over on Gunstreamer.com or on GunTube.org.
Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourages you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching GunWebsites.com.
Episode, Nobody Beats the House.